Had to take care of some business. Right. Hello, guys. I am so sorry that I am late. I had some business to take care of. How are y'all doing today? Make sure that when you come in, you hit that thumbs up to start emitting the positive vibes. Appreciate that a lot. Felina Love, I'm sorry I can't start with Sagittarius. I'm doing it in zodiac order. So let's go ahead and get started. I got the Witch's Tarot deck that I'm going to be using today. Okay. So every sign will get 3 cards with this one. Hello, Rochelle and Blue Rain, Zybel. Thank you so much. And Jillian Rodriguez, thank you so much for coming today. All right, cool. All right, let's get right into it. This is going to be for love for this week. And we're going to kind of be a little retroactive because we're going to go back to the 12th. So this will be from the 12th to the 19th. Okay. All right. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels. We're going to look at all signs for love for the week of the 12th through the 19th of May of 2019. Okay, what are you seeing for love for each sign? What are you seeing? What are the energies? What is the advice or outcome for this week for the Aries, Taurus? For the Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Ooh, got something messy going on with the Tauruses. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. What messages and guidance do you have for each of these zodiac signs for love? Hello, Monifa and Smarty Girl. Hello, welcome to the chat. All right, thank you, Spirit. So I have your answer. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I am going to put the timestamps at the end of the show. Whenever I'm done, I'll go back and I will put the timestamps. Let's start with the Aries. So, Aries, it looks like you're going through some kind of ending with a person. It looks like in the past, in the recent to distant past, there was some sort of ending, possibly even some kind of communication trouble, some kind of communication problem. Okay. And it had something to do with somebody possibly losing their job. The phone bill didn't get paid or something like that. Something leading to a communication issue. I can definitely sense that there was some sort of betrayal in the recent to distant past, but I feel like a lot of you Aries coming up this week, you are going to be working through that issue because whoever this is that you're dealing with, they could be air or water in particular. They do have a lot of feelings for you, but they've got a lot of problems, okay? They have a lot of problems and issues that is happening in their life right now. They are in love with you. They do want a family with you, but feelings are nothing more than feelings, is typically what I tell people. Just because somebody has feelings for you does not mean that the circumstances are going to lead to where you want them to. Now, the Queen of Cups comes into this reading, and she's definitely saying something. What is she saying, spirits? Okay. So she is saying that you're going to have to stand firm in your position with this person because there's a lot of people that don't want you to be together. This person, whoever this is like a soulmate. They're like a soulmate. And this is somebody that you're going to have to stand up to. I can see these people that are saying to that person, don't be with them. And love can sometimes, the circumstances can be just like money. When you start to earn money and people from your past, they don't like you anymore. And I feel like that's what a lot of Aries people are dealing with, is walking away from the past. Looks like you guys had a really, really bad situation in the past, but these two spirit guides right here are going to bring you back together. Now, the question is when. That's the question. The question is when. When is the spirits? How long is this going to take? Okay. I'm seeing coming up very, very soon. Very, very soon. Sometime between now and the end of June. Okay. Now, for some of you, it could go all the way up to the time of Libra, which will be, because I feel like a lot of you Aries, y'all have a child with this person. And that's why the Empress comes up. I feel like a lot of you guys have a child with this person. And so naturally, they're going to be drawn to you because of the child. It could go all the way up to August, okay, September, but I can see the situation rectifying itself. And it's not necessarily that you're going to get back together because you haven't necessarily broken apart, but things are going to get better, okay? And it's definitely possible that it's going to take that long. This person is definitely going to communicate with you sometime either in May or June. And I feel like depending on what it is that you discuss with this person, whatever you say to this person, is going to make a huge difference in the situation. So I can definitely see them coming in contact with you, okay? All right, so stop worrying because you got that baby to take care of. All right, moving on to the Tauruses. Tauruses got the Seven of Wands, the Tower, and the Emperor. So a lot of you Tauruses, in particular with the Taurus women, you're dealing with a person that wants to stand up and, sort of do what's right. They're not really in touch with their emotions as much as you would like for them to be. They've got some serious issues. They've got daddy issues. Whoever you are dealing with Taurus, they have daddy issues. Okay. And so this has been sort of blocking them to the point where, they haven't really had a good understanding of love. And they've had a particular amount of trauma related to either their father or either men around them that are they're sort of persuading that person is what they're doing. And see, the problem is that it's the company that they keep. It really is. You can tell that this person has a lot of learning to do. The Tower card comes up. Now, if you are single, you can tell that a lot of you Tauruses are going to meet in Aries in particular. In Aries, same thing for the Aries. If you guys are single, I'm sorry I didn't say this before, but if you're a single Aries, you are going to meet somebody that you're going to have a family with. Okay, and this is going to come up within the next 3 months. For the Tauruses, I can see you guys meeting a Aries person. So the universe is going to definitely bring a bunch of Taurus and Aries people together. And it's definitely going to be hot. Now, the one thing that I will tell you is that when you meet this person is going to have issues with their father because the father walked out on them for whatever reason. Could have been spells, magic, or just the way things were supposed to be. Sometimes it can just be destiny. The Tower represents destiny. Now, if you are currently with somebody and the relationship has not went anywhere, there's a lot of lies and a lot of deception and a lot of false things that this person has been living within. And you want a commitment, and they've sort of been stopping themselves from making a commitment. So I feel like whoever this is that you're dealing with, Taurus, they are going to eventually make a commitment. But I will tell you that it could take a while. Now, I have a spell for that. But you know how some people, they feel like, well, if it didn't happen naturally. So I totally understand that. Okay. When is this going to happen? So if you're single, you've been stuck for quite a while, you can definitely see that there's definitely a love that's coming into your life. If you are currently with somebody and the relationship has not went anywhere, I feel like all of the, I don't want to say shaming, but a lot of the conversations that you've been having with this person is definitely going to make them come around and make a commitment to you. Okay. When is this going to happen, spirits? Okay. So it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while, okay, because there's blockages. So it could go all the way up until next May of next year is when they'll decide that they want to make a commitment. There's a spell for that, y'all. I know a lot of y'all don't want to do that, but time waits for no man. And I feel like it's very unnatural because I feel like a lot of you guys are really in love with this person, but there's definitely people, folks, situations, circumstances that are slowing the situation down. And a lot of you are ready to commit now. Now, again, Taurus, if you are looking for somebody, or if you have asked the universe for somebody that is responsible, you're going to get it, because you've been wanting somebody that's responsible, that's wanting to settle down. Okay. Let's look at Gemini. Geminis are dealing with karmic relationships. Okay. This is either somebody that's a fire sign, an earth sign definitely comes up in the reading. Feel like a lot of you Geminis are either divorcing or trying to break free from an earth sign. It could be this person is a soulmate. There's a lot of karmic energy that you're bringing in from a previous life with this person. Now, if you are single, Gemini, I can definitely see within the next couple of months you're going to meet somebody. However, this person is not ready to settle down. They're not. And the reason why is because they're dealing with either it could be legal trouble or because they don't know if they're going to be out. So they may say, hey, I don't want to be with you because I'm probably getting ready to go to prison. Or they could be divorcing, or it could be that they have a lot of negative karma around them. And it's going to take time to work through that. Now, if you are a Gemini that is dealing with a karmic relationship or either a soulmate, twin flame type of situation, I feel like this is where this person is going to make some sort of commitment. So the Justice card can represent commitments and marriages. Okay. Also, you can tell that it seems like whoever this person that you were dealing with, they had some issues with staying loyal to you. And you can see them stepping in and doing the right thing and making a commitment to you. Now the question is when? When is this going to happen? What spirits is saying to me is that this could be something that's going to happen over the course of a couple of months for some of you, and for some of you a couple of years. Spirit, when is this going to happen? Okay, yeah. 5 of Swords. It's kind of still up in the air. There's a lot of conflict, in particular with whoever this earth sign person is. This is why they come in the inverted position, because it depends on what's going on with them. What I can sense is that this is an ex that, you know, does not want either you or your partner, whoever it is that you're dealing with, but they don't want nobody else to have you. Okay. So the five of Swords tells me that it's probably going to take a while. And the reason why is because there's way too much conflict around the situation and the relationship. And so there's also distractions. There's distractions. Okay. But you can tell that this person definitely does have this connection with you, and that they're not necessarily leaving you, but rather they have conflicts within the relationship with you, and you have to fix those conflicts yourself. Nobody on the outside of the relationship is responsible except for you, unless you're dealing with a magician. But magicians cannot tear down soulmate relationships. I don't know why people have been doing that. That's so weird. If it's a soulmate, you're going to automatically be drawn to that person, regardless to what the situation is. So what certain people can do is they can make you have a lot of conflict. So the Justice card does tell me that there's conflict with this person, but I feel as though the Justice card is also representing, you know, things are going to come together, because I feel like there were outsiders in the relationship that were interfering. But again, Gemini, you determine that, not the other people. Okay, because Geminis have a tendency to be, they have a tendency to be easily distracted. And I can tell that a lot of you are possibly dealing with a Libra. Like I said, it's either an earth sign. And I feel like that person said, look, and I can also see somebody that you guys divorced or walked away from. because the relationship wasn't really going anywhere. Okay. The relationship is not really going anywhere. Samina, I'm not doing personal readings from the chat today. I'm sorry. I'm just doing general all sign readings. Okay. Let's look at Cancer. So Cancer's got the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. So a lot of you Cancers are possibly dealing with earth energy or either an air sign. So earth would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Air would be Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. You can tell that for a lot of Cancers, there was some sort of problem with insecurity. And I feel like the relationship has taken a while to come into fruition. It's taken a while. It's been something that you've had to work really hard at. And there's a lot of discoveries that you're making about the situation. And so a lot of you Cancers are standing up and saying, I'm not going to let you do this to me. They're saying, I'm not going to let you do. I can sense a lot of you Cancers standing your ground. That's why the Queen of Swords comes up. And so this Ace of Pentacles, it tells me that a lot of you Cancers have been waiting for somebody. And you can tell that this person is going to come back within the picture within the next year. Within the next year. It could possibly be for some of you sometime in, I would say, anywhere between the time of July and October. Okay, which seems like a long time because it's May. We're in May, so that's a lot of lonely nights between May and July, July, August, and September. But I can see this person coming in. If you are a single Cancer, there is an air sign. Again, this person is going to be under the astrological sign of Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius that will come into your life within the next year. Okay, and you split up from somebody and you've been kind of waiting on the right person, which is very common for Cancers to do, is that they sort of wait for the right person. Okay, but you know, all of this waiting is for the birds, y'all. I'm just telling you, there's a spell for that, especially if it's somebody that you're meant to be with. Okay, so I can see this happening. Also, like I said, if you guys are single, there will be an air sign that will come into your life. I feel like they do have money. They do have money. That's why all these Pentacle cards came up. Okay, so I feel like this is where you're going to get very lucky. A lot of the Cancers are going to get very lucky in this situation. Okay. All right, let's look at the Leos. Okay, so a lot of you Leos, you may have been dealing with an Aquarius that hurt you real bad, Leo. And I feel like what this person has been trying to do is just force you to wallow in misery. And so I feel like a lot of you Leos are planning travel, planning to move, or either maybe metaphorically you want to stop thinking about that person. And I can see you doing that because the Five of Cups is never good. Now, if you guys are single, I can see either a water sign or an air sign, especially in particular an Aquarius. I can see them coming into your life I feel like it's going to be either during the month of May or June, but it could be within the next year. Okay. All right. So a lot of you Leos were carrying a lot of bad energy. I mean, it was almost like a hex. Carrying a lot of bad energy from somebody in the past. There's definitely going to be some healing that's going to happen. Okay, and see, this is within the, okay, so it's within the next week. So within the next week, you can see this person coming in. But if you're single, this is a different thing, because if you're still single and you're still at the 5 of Cups, then it can take a while. Okay, now within the next week, whoever this is that you're dealing with, I can see, a lot of healing energy and a lot of hope over that relationship. No, it does not have an age limit. Nope. You can be any age. I can tell that for a lot of you, within the next week, you're going to have a lot of healing that's going to come about, and you're going to start feeling better, because a lot of you Leos have been kind of in a slump. So within the next week, you can see somebody coming into the picture. Like I said, they're either water or air. Okay, because this is for the next week. All right, Virgos. Virgos got 3 major arcanas: the Karma card, which is also the Judgment card, Temperance, and the Strength card. Many of you Virgos are having past life transgression. So you've been dealing with a lot of lovers from the past. Feel like within the next week, it looks like there's a fire energy that's coming into your life if you're single within the next week. If you're single, there's a fire energy. Now, those of you that I said is going to take a couple of months, then you may want to be a little concerned about that, because this was for the week. Okay, this was for this week. The reason why the Karma card comes up for the Virgos is because, again, you're going to be dealing, first of all, if you're single, there's definitely going to be somebody that you have a karmic connection with that's going to come in. They're going to automatically be drawn to you. Some of you are dealing with a lover from the past that's going to come back. The Judgment card or either the Karma card can represent the past coming back to either haunt you, or or something within the next week. A lot of you guys have been waiting, and you can tell that the wait is over. Now, there's going to be a few select of you that are going to have to wait a little bit longer, but you can tell that there's a fire sign, Virgo. This is either an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius that is going to come into your life, and there's already going to be problems because there's a connection with this person. You're going to feel like you know this person. Those of you that have been waiting, this person is going to automatically be drawn to you within the next week. So a lot is going to happen in a lot of people's love lives within the next week. If you experience any delays, then it's something else going on. Okay? Libra. You guys got the 4 of Pentacles, the 4 of Swords, and the Wheel. So again, destiny is approaching you. A lot of you Libras that are holding on either to an earth sign from the past or either an air sign from the past, it's probably best for you to let that go, because the person that you're destined to be with is coming into your life, I'd say within this next week. Four of Pentacles lets me know that there was a situation, possibly with an earth sign or an air sign person that was kind of selfishly holding on to you. But I feel like there's going to be a separation from that person, and then the Wheel of the Year comes up. Now, if you are involved with someone already, you can tell that this person is going to go through a lot of changes. So there's change that's coming. Okay. There's a change within that person. I feel like that person has thought about it. They've reevaluated where they want to be. They've been trying to figure it out. And I can see them contacting you. I would say, and this person can be any zodiac sign, okay, because air signs go with anybody. They can go with any sign. So it could be fire, air, earth, or water. And I feel like this person, they're going to go through some changes. And you can tell that they went through a lot of issues with narcissism. You know, everybody that has narcissistic traits, it doesn't mean that they can't change. Okay, so good things are going to be happening for the Libra, in particular if you're dealing with somebody that you are separated from. Okay, or it's a person that you've been kind of, you know, that person has been sort of in and out in your life. Okay. Scorpio, y'all getting ready to get back together with somebody. Looks like it is either a, like I said, well, this world card represents either earth, air, fire, or water. But for a lot of you, it's a water sign. Okay. So I can see you guys having reunions. If you're a Scorpio, you should be having a reunion this week. Okay, you can tell that there's some distance between you and that person. There's some distance because the world card comes up. But you can see that a lot of Scorpios are going to reunite with somebody. Okay. If you're single, the Knight of Cups is coming to make you some offers. Okay, they're coming with a love offer for a lot of you Scorpios. Feel like what had to happen was time and distance, and you gave that person their space and their distance. And so, you know, now they're ready to come back. Okay. Some of you, this person may take a little while longer than a week to come back, but I can see the energies heavily surrounding reunion with that person. Give me some clarity on the Knight of Cups. Okay. So yeah, they're going to be like, I'm empty without you. I can't deal with this. I want to be with you. They're going to be missing you. A lot of times the Four of Cups can represent when somebody misses somebody. So I feel like this person strongly misses you. The 6 and the 4 adds up to the number 10. I feel like it's all good. I can see a reunion or like a restarting of the relationship. This person in particular did not appreciate you prior. They didn't appreciate you. Okay, they didn't. But they're coming back to say, you know, I just don't think I can do this without you. Now, I can sense that some of you Scorpios don't even want this person back, but they're coming back anyway. So you just going to have to deal with that afterwards, okay? You can tell that a lot of you distance yourself from this person. But on some level, you want this person back, but you don't want back a lot of the baggage that they brought with them. They brought a lot of baggage with them. A lot of you Scorpios are dealing with somebody that is very empathic. So very empathic people can be very difficult to deal with. And the reason why is because they haven't really dealt with or worked through those many issues that they have with their emotions. So even though they may come back, they're still kind of dealing with that issue. Okay. All righty. Ooh, I just burned myself. Thank you, goddess. They let me know something. Sagittarius, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. So this tells me for a lot of you Sagittarius is that either on your side or their side, first of all, I can sense that you're dealing with another fire energy or either an earth sign. Feel like there's some sort of love triangle for a lot of the Sagittariuses. There seems to be a love triangle or either some sort of division within the relationship that involves money. Okay, so this is going to be a work in progress. Feel like there's with the 10 of Pentacles coming up, I feel like there's definitely a cycle that is completing with this person. I can sense that a lot of you are going to possibly meet somebody that is a soulmate. If you're single, you're going to meet somebody that's a soulmate, but they've got their family right here. Okay. And whoever the mother or the father is, they have to approve of you. They have to. And it looks like it could either be this earth sign person or this fire sign person. You know, whoever this is that you're dealing with, family is very important to this person. Very important. Okay. They come from a good family, very stable family. And you may not have came from that type of family. You may not have had that, but they did. Advice for the Sagittariuses. You're going to have to integrate and you're going to have to work with whoever they're dealing with. Yeah, you can tell that they have a lot of pressure on them that comes from either their family or either their other obligations. But I can tell that this person they have very good energy. They're a go-getter and they're just ready to move forward. They're not tripping off of the past at all. So a lot of you that have this nagging energy from the past that is connected with you, you're going to have to let that go. You can't necessarily progress to the future if you're still holding on to the past. It's just not going to happen, especially when it comes to relationships. Got to let go of the past. Capricorn. A lot of you Capricorns have either water sign or either earth sign that's coming into your life. They're going to have a lot of business ideas for you, Capricorn. They're going to have a lot of business ideas, and they have a vision of, you know, having a family business, working with you, because they're one of those kind of people that are very, very attached. So if you're single, I can see a lot of the Capricorns having either water or earth that's coming in. They come in as the night. Now, if you are involved with somebody, I can sense the reinvention of a relationship, but it's still going to be sort of unstable. Unfortunately, if this is somebody that you were dealing with in the past and they come back, but they come back with some sort of attachment, they're juggling something. Give me some clarity on this Two of Pentacles. Okay. Nine of Cups. So they've got whoever this is that you're dealing with, they have a lot of friends, they have a lot of contacts, and I feel like it's a issue in the relationship because you want it to be all about you and them, but they have a lot of other things that are going on in their life, in particular involving their career. So the reason why these people seem to be there is because it has something to do with their career and their prosperity. You know, they could be either an insurance agent, they can be a real estate agent, you know, something that involves their sphere of influence being intact. Okay. So, you know, it's complicated. I can tell that it's complicated, but I feel as though as long as you are not being insecure and you're in a place where, you know, you can handle all of that, then you'll be fine, because a lot of people seem to depend on this person. I can sense abandonment issues that you're going to get past. Okay. Aquarius. Ace of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So a lot of you Aquariuses are breaking up with people. You're cutting the cord with some people within the next week with a person. And I feel as though this within itself brought a lot of burden to the relationship. And it's like I was saying to y'all, you can't allow other people, because see, this Page of Swords right here, this Page of Swords has something negative to say. If you're single, I can see an air energy coming into your life. If you're single, there's an air sign that's coming in. Okay, I told y'all that love spell that I did on the new moon was going to help a bunch of folks. Clarify Page of Swords. Yeah. You've got an unhealthy attachment here that causes a lot of insecurity. They give you a lot of input into your situation, and you're going to have to not allow them to do that, because they can actually be a huge manipulation on your life. Looks like this person is somebody that's either within your family or either your friend circle. I can see somebody that's either air or fire that is making some sort of offer to you, but there's a problem because you seem to be holding on to something that's very unhealthy that you guys need to let go of. Now, like I said, if you're single, I can see an air sign person or either a fire sign person, and they do definitely have issues. You're welcome, Monifa. They definitely do have issues. And just because somebody has issues does not mean that you can't do something about it. Okay. This person seems to work a lot, and they're serious about their career. So what you would have to do with this person is just be supportive of them. They have a very lucrative career. They've actually had experiences where folks have tried to tear them down, and they just not having it. So the only thing you can do is be supportive. That's really the only thing you can do, is to support them in their endeavors. Okay. If you're in a current relationship, I don't feel as though, feel like somebody that you don't want to be with, you're cutting ties with that person. But if it's a long-term relationship, I feel like this is something that you're going to have to work through. And they have a lot of issues with insecurity because they may have grew up in a very toxic environment. And so the only thing that you can do is be understanding of that, because they, you know, that's how they were raised. How somebody is raised is going to depend largely on what they do within the relationship with you. But like I said, there's a spell for that. Okay. All right. Pisces. Somebody, this is either earth or fire, or they could be any zodiac sign, somebody that you have been estranged from, somebody that you have been separated from. And typically it's because what I can see for a lot of you Pisces is that they didn't want to make a commitment. And it looks like that's what they're going to do now. The magician shows up in the reading, and the magician is saying for you to use whatever power that you have to make the situation, turn out the way that you want to. Clarity on, okay. So a couple of cards flipped over, the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So you can tell that this was a relationship previously that had been very, very difficult. That person betrayed you. They may have even cheated on you. They may have sought the advice from others about you instead of coming directly to you. I can see commitments coming up within the next week for a lot of you Pisces. Commitments and maybe even a child. Okay. If you guys have been estranged from somebody, like a husband or something, I can see them coming back into the picture. Okay. And making a commitment to you. Okay. So they're coming back into the picture. And I feel like a lot of you have been working on the situation because it's been very, very difficult for you. But in the Hermit is representing where they had some introspection to do, and they've done a lot of that inner work, and they've realized where they want to be. They realize that they want to make a commitment to you. Okay. Wow, I didn't think I was going to see all good news for everybody, didn't I? Okay. So that's you guys' love readings. If this reading does not resonate for you, or you feel like, especially if you're a Pisces and you feel like there's somebody that is manipulating the situation, because manipulators are always floating around. And, a lot of times when I see that Magician card, it represents some kind of problem. Okay. So if if you are feeling manipulated, if you're feeling like the circumstances of your life are being manipulated, you guys can also always contact somebody such as myself, who is an authentic high priestess, and I can help you with that, because some of y'all have been blocked, but a lot of y'all, it looks like this week, a lot of changes within your love life are going to come about. Okay. A lot of you have a lot of positive changes that are coming about in your love life. And whether or not you're experiencing the joys or the pains of that, a lot of times that comes along with love, because everybody is not well, actually nobody is perfect. Okay. You're very welcome, you guys. I gotta go. Hit that subscribe button, thumbs up, and I will see y'all for the next reading. All right. Love and light.